Hey guys, it's early morning here in California, and I woke up to a bunch of your comments saying that the video wasn't complete. I apologize for that. I am so sorry. I did get an error message on my computer last night saying the video rendering failed, but then I saw it on my desktop, so I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But I think it's because my computer was so full and I had to delete some files to create space on my hard drive. I have a really tiny hard drive. I have a MacBook Pro, but it doesn't have that much memory. So I need to upgrade my computer soon, and I'm really sorry. So without further ado, here is the rest of the video, which is twin flame or soulmate. Twin flames are effing real. You are not insane. So enjoy, guys.
I haven't talked to anyone from like the North Pole yet or Antarctica yet, but almost every corner of the earth. Okay, so listen, this is what I'm saying you need to listen to. These are people, different cultures, different primary languages, different socioeconomic backgrounds, different religions, different age ranges. Everything about them is different. Everything about them is completely and utterly different. Okay? And everybody is coming to me with basically the same story. And the same story goes, I just was living my life. I wasn't doing anything in particular. I was just going about my daily routine with my family, with my kids, with my spouse, whatever their story is, but I was just minding my own business. I wasn't doing anything. Then all of a sudden, this person comes into my life. And now I feel like I'm going insane. I did not ask for this. And then the story unfolds. And just day in and day out, I'm hearing these stories. Day in and day out, I'm hearing these stories of people who are just completely and utterly blindsided by this experience. Now, you could argue that, well, Michelle, we have the internet. Everyone has access to the internet. There's a lot of information out there on the internet. There's a lot of stuff about twin flames on the internet. That's true. Now, I'm more skeptical about people out there who are looking for a twin flame. I'm more skeptical of the people out there who are like, I think I met my twin flame. I'm not sure if I met my twin flame. Maybe I did. I'm not sure. I'm more skeptical about those people because here's the reason why, you guys. Because it's almost like that group of people, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy because there is so much information on the internet that it's kind of like when you're studying, and I studied psychology for a while, and it's almost like, and I mean, I loved it, but I hated it because I have a great big imagination. I'm an author, I'm a writer. And so when I started reading about all these psychological disorders, all of a sudden you're self-diagnosing. You're like, schizophrenia? Yeah, I probably have that one. And bipolar? Yeah, I probably have that one too. Psychosis? Oh yeah, most definitely have that one too. You know, and so it's like when you're studying a psychological textbook on psychological disorders, all of a sudden you have everything. And I know people in med school go through the exact same thing where they're starting to self-diagnose. They think they have all the diseases because it's just the more you read, it's more like this self-fulfilling prophecy kind of comes to you. And so for certain people, I believe some people just want to jump on the bandwagon. I believe that. But the people that I speak to in particular, and I think it's because I charge so much for my readings, and I honestly do that because A, I live in California, super expensive. I have to make a living. This is my full-time job. But secondly, it's just to streamline those who are really serious about transforming their lives and people that are not serious. Okay? I want the serious people. I want the people who are really serious about transforming their lives. The agony, that is the indicating factor. It's the agony of the people that come to me with their stories that are so desperate for relief. They're so desperate to be in this space of, please tell me I'm not insane. Please tell me I'm not insane. This is what I am experiencing. Please, I beg of you. I didn't ask for this. Please tell me I'm okay. Please tell me I'm not insane. Please tell me I'm not just making this up, that I'm not completely delusional. And so it's at that point that I realized, oh my God, this is crazy. This is so real. And not that I didn't know that it wasn't real. I'm experiencing it. Of course it's real. But there does come those points for many of us throughout this journey, even in the midst of the journey, even when you're seeing all the signs, even when you're seeing and feeling and hearing your twin flame, even in separation, there are those points at which you go, am I totally insane? And I'm here to tell you right now that if this is your journey, you are not insane. It's okay. It is real. It totally, absolutely is 100% real. And you just need to take a deep breath and just know that it's okay. Like, it's okay that you're experiencing this, that you were chosen to experience it for a reason. You were chosen to have this beautiful person in your life, whatever your situation or circumstance is, but you were chosen for that. And inversely, you also chose it before you remember choosing it. So I hope this helps you just to realize that when you see so many people awakening around the planet that never heard of twin flames and never looked out for this. And by the way, the interesting piece is I always ask people, how did you find out about a twin flame? The stories are always so different. And one of my favorite stories comes recently from a recent client, and I'm smiling at you if you're watching this because you know who you are. But from a recent client who says, I didn't even do research on twin flames. I didn't know what this was. I was freaking out. I had no idea what this was. I had actually canceled a magazine subscription that had nothing to do with any of this stuff. Canceled everything, unsubscribed, canceled everything. All of a sudden I receive in my email inbox an article from this magazine that I had canceled. And it wasn't even a magazine pertaining to anything spiritual, anything new agey, nothing. And the article was, have you met your twin flame? Or do you know about twin flames? And she's like, I was like, what is this from this magazine that I canceled? And it's just popping in my email inbox. Many of you out there came to this because you were just desperate for answers, that you didn't understand it. The pain and the agony of not knowing and just thinking that you're going crazy led you to doing the research to find out. And just know that there are people all around the globe, in every corner of the earth, every socioeconomic level. It's not even, it's everybody. Everybody from every corner of the earth that is destined to be on this journey. Okay, I'm not saying it's everybody, but everybody is destined to be on this journey. God doesn't handpick you based on anything that's earthly. So it's not like you have to have this job and this background and this culture and this religion and this skin color, whatever it is. God does not discriminate. If you're on this journey, you're on this journey, and just know that it's effing real. It is effing real, more real than we can even imagine. But it's real, you guys. Just know that. And if you have come to the point where you're at your wit's end because you're in separation and you're just like, I just feel like, did I make this entire thing up? No, you didn't. Because there are people still awakening, and there are people going through the beginning phase. If you remember that beginning phase, take a journey back to that beginning phase. Take a journey back there to that beginning phase of your journey. Because honestly, I'm going to be so honest with you. I love my twin flame. I adore my twin flame. He is the light of my life. But if I were to backtrack back to that time around December 5th, when I really realized, holy crap, what am I in for? If I backtrack to that date, if I had had the chance and opportunity to let go of the connection, I would have. Because it was painful enough that I didn't want to pursue it or do anything with it because I was rejected, right? So you guys know that if you're divine feminine in separation with divine masculine, it's like at some point or level, they rejected you. I was like, well, I don't want to be with someone who rejects me. Why would I want to keep on with this? That makes no sense whatsoever. If I could have let go of that separation then, I would have, but I couldn't, so I didn't. Backtrack to that point, you guys. Backtrack to the point at which you guys separated and you're like, I couldn't let it go. The connection didn't let me go. I hope this helps. For what it's worth, you're not crazy. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Hit the bell for notifications. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you guys for pledging your support on Patreon. We are starting our private party podcast on Patreon in December. For a pledge of $10 or more a month, you get the private party podcast with the mini readings and your Q&A, your questions answered about twin flames. www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.